just don't get it. It doesn't matter who he thinks he is. He's dust. That's who he is. That's who I know.
Fidget, please, I can't do this without you.
Can you repeat that?
I said I can't do this without you.
I'm sorry. Nobody's ever said that to me before.
And it won't be the last time, I assure you.
Are you ready, Mithrarin?
I am.
Then we will meet you in the Everdawn Basin.
Goodbye, Dust. We'll see you there.
General Gaius?
What news, Commander?
I did not want to believe it, but Cassius is working with the Moonbloods. He has turned against us.
That will be for me to decide. Our paths will cross at the Moonblood camp. Of that I am certain. I will speak with him personally.
Is that wise?
Our victory is all but assured, Commander. We outnumber them 10 to 1. We possess superior technology. And we have the element of surprise.
But why welcome this rogue element? He has already slain your own soldiers. What more proof do you need that he is a traitor to our cause?
Cassius is hardly a rogue element, Commander. The Moonbloods have corrupted his mind, forced him to commit these acts against us. Once I can speak with him, once he remembers who he really is, I'm certain he will return to us.
But... Yes, sir. As you wish.
Cassius, my old friend, so long as you draw breath, I will do what I can to save your broken mind. I promise.
Oh, it's you. Apologies, Miss Robin. Please, enter.
We welcome your presence, Sen Mithrarin. Preparations for war are nearly complete.
Surely you have more soldiers than this.
General Gaius is nothing if not thorough. His forces have exterminated most Moonbloods from this land. We are all that's left.
How do you expect to win with so few soldiers?
We cannot. That's why we created Sen Mithrarin. You, Dust, will turn the tide.
Well, no pressure or anything.
Yeah. Does General Gaius know of this place?
I fear he does now.
What? How?
One of our own has been keeping an eye on you since your travels began. A merchant, Sereth.
Aha! I knew that creepy merchant was one of you guys.
How did a Moonblood operate so freely in the Wildlands?
He is a smart businessman. Deals in all the right places. Gaius' soldiers turned their gaze from him in exchange for free goods. However, no amount of bribery could cover up that Sereth was helping you to find us.
And that's how Gaius found out. How much time do you think we have to prepare?
Not long, I'm afraid. The whole purpose of Gaius's campaign is to wipe us from the face of this world. Once he knows of our final stronghold, he will send everything he has and destroy us.
I see all sorts of lamps here, but no fire. Is this the way of the flameless light?
It is, yes. In ancient times, the Moonbloods went by another name. We lived in a great society called the Sintak, and we wielded the knowledge to follow the way of the flameless light.
Settle in, Dust. This could take a while.
We Sintak harnessed a power unlike any this world had ever seen. We built elaborate contraptions like these lamps, capable of piercing the darkness without so much as a spark.
Well, obviously something went wrong, because we still have to build a fire every time Dust pulls out his map.
Unfortunately, the ancient tomes do not say how the Sintak fell, and that knowledge has been lost. Perhaps intentionally. All we know is that our kind were made as outcasts, and that has remained true for countless generations. For the longest time, we believed the Moonbloods were the only ones left who know of the way of the flameless light. But we were wrong. When General Gaius began his purge, there were stories of their weapons. Stories of elaborate contraptions that seemed to defy the natural world. Weapons that sound identical to those of the Sintak in the most ancient of tales.
What kinds of weapons are we talking about?
Arrows made of light. Machines that take to the sky like birds.
And we're supposed to fight these things with your lamps.
I did not say it would be easy.
Nobody ever does.
I did once, remember?
Yeah, and you were wrong.
Well, I'm here now. Is there anything I can do to help?
We are spread rather thin. Our chief engineer, Sonjin, is having trouble with our camp's support systems. Go and speak with him when you can, and I'm sure he will explain further. There is also the matter of our scout, Kier. He has not checked in for many hours, but with our battle preparations, we have not been able to mobilize a proper search party. His patrol takes him east of our camp if you aim to find him.
Ginger?
Jin? Oh, Dust. It's you.
Yeah, just me. Are you alright?
I'll be fine. Just a lot to think about.
Listen, about Jin.
Yes?
What was he like?
He was very kind. Almost to a fault, really.
I like him already.
Yes, he had that effect on people. I like to believe it's what made you do all those wonderful things for Aurora and Mudpot.
Aro was always testing me. Every time I made a choice, he would tell me if it was the right one. I was choosing whether to follow Jin or Cassius. I believe they were both trying to influence my actions.
And you listened to Jin.
Yeah, he's kinda hard to ignore.
He is, isn't he? Or at least he was.
No, Ginger, I think you were right the first time. I think Jin continues to live through my actions. He's guiding me, keeping me on the right path.
But what of your other half? Cassius murdered my family, Dust. He destroyed my village, killed my friends. How can you control such a terrible being?
I feel his presence every time I swing the blade of Ara. I believe the Elder was right. Without him, I'd have been cut down long ago. But Jin keeps him from taking control.
As long as Cassius lives within you, though, there's always that danger. You could always be pulled to a path of evil.
I won't lie. I felt him pulling me to take the quick and easy path, to leave the weak to fend for themselves, to show no mercy to those in my way.
Perhaps someday you can be rid of his foul presence.
Maybe. Someday. For now, I need him to defeat Gaius. There's no other way.
I know. Still, I'm glad we were able to talk, Dust.
Me too, Ginger. I'll be back before you know it.
Be careful.
Ah, you've arrived just in time, Mithrarin. My name is Sanjin. I'm what you'd call a chief engineer, I suppose the term is.
The Elder mentioned you needed some help?
Yes, indeed. In the caverns below, we've set up machinery to provide the camp with power and water. Unfortunately, seismic activity has shut down both systems, so we need to get them running once more. I have been rather preoccupied handling the battle preparations, so if you could, I would appreciate it if you went down there to examine the generators.
Sure, Sanjin. I'll take a look.
Thank you. You'll need to restart the generator and water pump when you're down there. We'll require both systems to be running if we're going to stand a chance against General Gaius.
The generator. Let's see if we can find a way to get it working again.
I sense no energy emanating from the device dust. Perhaps there is a way to return its spark?
Probably still be wandering around in the mountains outside of Roar.
Wait, what?
What I meant to say was, don't worry about it. this is the water pump. Huh, no wonder it stopped. These vines are growing all over it.
I don't want to risk damaging the pump trying to cut those vines. Maybe there's some way we can burn them off? Alright, that seemed to fix it. Nice work, Fidget.
Ah, stop. You're making me blush.
Okay, that's the generator and the water pump back online. Let's return to Sanji.
Excellent work, Mithrarin. Now that the power and water systems are working again, we can hold our ground against Gaius' soldiers. You have saved many lives this day.
Mithrarin, do you need anything else?
Thank you, Elder, but I must be on my way.
Yes, much to do. Less and less time to do it. Good luck.
Did you hear something? Oh no! Just look!
It's the missing sentry. What happened here?
Ah! Just look out!
Elder, I'm afraid I have bad news. We found Kier, but he was ambushed by Gaius' soldiers. He didn't stand a chance.
Then it has already begun. Dust, we are nearly out of time. Please, help Sunjin get our camp support systems working once again. Without them, we will stand little chance of mounting an effective defense.
It sounds like Sanjin was able to get the pumps and generators working again.
No doubt thanks to your help. With power and water flowing through our camp once again, we will be better equipped to handle our enemies in battle and properly tend to our wounded. Thank you, Dust. I believe we are as prepared as we possibly could be. With the enemy at our gates, we have no choice but to begin our assault. Our warriors are gathering at the edge of the camp, waiting for you to lead them. Take this yellow resonance gem, Dust. Use it to open the gate.
Thank you, Elder, for everything.
Whatever happens, Sen Mithrarin, know that I am honored to have stood before you. The Moonbloods will follow you unto death. Now go, and Dust, good luck.
Ginger?
Jin?
Yeah.
I'll be fine. Just a lot to think about.
Listen, about Jin.
Yes?
What was he like?
He was very kind. Almost to a fault, really.
I like him already.
Yes, he had that effect on people. I like to believe it's what made you do all those wonderful things for Aurora and Mudpot.
Aro was always testing me. Every time I made a choice, he would tell me if it was the right one. I was choosing whether to follow Jin or Cassius. I believe they were both trying to influence my actions.
And you listened to Jin?
Yeah, he's kinda hard to ignore.
He is, isn't he? Or at least he was.
No, Ginger, I think you were right the first time. I think Jin continues to live through my actions. He's guiding me, keeping me on the right path.
But what of your other half? Cassius murdered my family, Dust. He destroyed my village, killed my friends. How can you control such a terrible being?
I feel his presence every time I swing the blade of Ara. I believe the Elder was right. Without him, I'd have been cut down long ago. But Jin keeps him from taking control.
As long as Cassius lives within you, though, there's always that danger. You could always be pulled to a path of evil.
I won't lie. I felt him pulling me to take the quick and easy path, to leave the weak to fend for themselves, to show no mercy to those in my way.
Perhaps someday you can be rid of his foul presence.
Maybe. Someday. For now, I need him to defeat Gaius. There's no other way.
I know. Still, I'm glad we were able to talk, Dust.
Me too, Ginger. I'll be back before you know it.
Be careful.
secret is out, yes?
It honestly wasn't that much of a secret.
So, you were keeping watch on us this whole time?
In a manner of speaking, just making sure you were well supplied for the journey.
Well, we appreciate the help.
I am glad, my friend. Anything you need, you just let me know. Your transaction is most appreciated.
There! The warriors are gathering.
Ah, Mithrarin. Superb timing. As you can see, our path out of the camp is blocked. Some manner of rock slide. Very unpredictable.
Yes, that happens sometimes when you build your village in a volcanic wasteland.
Anyway, we will need to clear this obstruction before we can exit the camp.
I'll see what I can do.
Well done! Let us begin our assault. We're right behind you, Sen Mithrarin.